my best hitter. Try to tell her that I'm scrum back full up, no caterpillar. Try to tell the same niggas. To be bigger. I ain't lying, I was flying solo game, me and Tigger. Out the project now I lit. Know my necklace cost 6 figures. I don't think a nigga pat more hold that juice up in a sprinter. You don't think we having motion? You don't think we getting money? You don't hear about niggas dying? You don't think my niggas done it? I think I don't knock more hoes off the mountain than Ted Bundy. R.I.P. but I can't let them do me like they did in London. Play a creep if I ever catch my niggas moving funny. Play with big my niggas coming. They ain't playing by the youngin'. Put it down, she know I'm crushed. Tryna start this bitch for running. Shoot up shit like I'm big word. I ain't playing by my money. Bobby dog. My Swabba pulled up talking about shoot blood, let's go put up and beat people up like we always do. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Hey, bro, that ain't none of your business, Tom. Nah, you're right, Tom. You know, Tom's like everybody business. Nigga, Sid. Let him know, Sid. Them niggas that shoot out the shit. Back me up, Sid. Back me up, Sid. Sid, back me up, man. I can't believe it. It's so good. I don't know what you know. She got your train on.
Start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And a tackle there by Jermaine Platt. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. They'll try and run for this with Akers. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
They'll run for it with Akers. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago. That if he got in this situation, they were
hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets.
You know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with a second down call after that type of a game.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run with Hall. And they're going to get the first out here as he's up to the 14.
So after the defense gets you the ball and take away a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't function? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on third down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now, let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
They'll go again here with Akers. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And that one almost intercepted. It's incomplete. He had space in front of him if he had held on, but instead it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Gay's kick is good, and the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Wilson. Oh, he's got him in 1. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit, and number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now Stafford. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's good for 28 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up. Akers again, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cam Akers punching it in from a yard away, and they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball.
The ball has it knocked loose. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Wide open receiver complete. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the first.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Straight ahead is Hall. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Hall again on 2nd down. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jets get a bit closer. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 17-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a first down throw. Stafford trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. After the interception, here's Wilson. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now it's Wilson. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Hall ought to give up the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Hall again on second down. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On third down, here's Hall. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Badgley able to knock this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here comes the Rams punter now. Back deep is a very dangerous Mike Hughes. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want us to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Stafford going to give this to Akers. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about when they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by David Long. And the Rams are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Play action. Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jenkins. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it a big way and giving the guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A handoff for Hall. They find some open field here. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stafford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Hall again on 2nd down. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now that's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020. So here comes a very important kick now for Michael Badgley. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out, but I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And now third down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on third down, Stafford. And that's caught at the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. On the handoff, running left is Akers. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. They were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now Wilson on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Looking to throw on second down. Wilson. He's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Going right back to Akers. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. At 5 yards on the play there, it's a drive will continue.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down. Defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like 1 time a week. The best teams I know